Hello everybody, this is Bradley from RaceBeacon, and tonight we have an update on Red Bull's budget cap drama. Potentially, this is a leak from the meeting between Christian Horner and FIA President Mohammed Ben Sulayem that occurred earlier today. Apparently the meeting lasted for around 15 minutes and then continued in the Red Bull hospitality. But a supposed leak and rumours in the paddock suggest that the FIA have downgraded Red Bull's minor breach to a procedural breach. And this is the same kind of breach that Williams and Aston Martin are fined and going to be fined for. And there's also suggestions that Red Bull's interpretation was, in fact, correct. And now, this comes from a couple of things that came out earlier today, where Red Bull suggested that there were some tax rebates that didn't come through as expected, and that messed with their budgeting. But also, something that I think is a bigger and potentially more valid point. This rule change related to parts that had effectively already been pre-made before the budget cap started. So they were using old parts, sort of reusing them for a mixture of testing and, practice and so on. So Red Bull's theory, and this is why they think that they'd underspent by around $4 million when they'd submitted all of their forms, they were under the impression that those parts wouldn't be counted. But then the FIA made that rule change, and that's potentially what has caught Red Bull off guard. And if that is the case, then there's probably some legitimacy to downgrading the penalty. Obviously, I'd like to see a pretty harsh outcome because you're either over or underneath the budget cap. But if the FIA have made a rule change, maybe there's some argument that it could be softened. However, I will say if the FIA haven't changed what they deem to be the ultimate figure from Red Bull, if they haven't changed that figure and it is still above the cost cap, they should still face some kind of penalty from the minor breach. But if the FIA have in fact decided, actually, you know what, that doesn't count, you're right, we may have misinterpreted our own rules, which, the FIA, they never do that. Oh, no, wait, never mind. So there may be some truth to this linked with the rumours that we saw earlier today. If it was just these tweets coming out from a couple of people saying this, I probably wouldn't believe it as much, but it's now the fact there's a few people reporting on it, and the fact that it does sort of link to some rumours that we heard earlier today coming from Red Bull's point of view. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see what happens and what is said during the team principals press conference later today. But it could all get pretty exciting tomorrow. Saturday and Sunday, there could be a lot of talk about the budget cap. And given now Christian Horner and the FIA president have met to discuss this, given we know there was an offer on the table from the FIA for a penalty, we could be hearing the news very, very shortly. So if you aren't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you will get all of the latest news. We'll probably go live with a stream as long as I'm free when that news comes out. So if you don't want to miss that, you'll have some live chat and reaction to what is certainly going to be some immense breaking news. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so that you get all of the latest news and stream notifications as they drop, so you never miss a thing. But guys, I hope you all enjoy the US Grand Prix this weekend. I know I sure will. And until next time, goodbye.